Hello, I'm Steve Goad with the Business Development Center at OU. I have the privilege of being here with Mr. Andrew Starkey of Chateau Virginia in Elkton, Virginia. So there's a Chateau Virginia and Elkton, Virginia. Okay, we got two Virginias there. Right. Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
Thank you for taking this time. What is Chateau Virginia?
So Chateau Virginia is basically a winery that celebrates the old world style of wine production. Because of that, we are stocked with high-end French, Italian, Argentinian wines. On top of that, we do have some Virginian wines as well as the wines that I'll be producing here. Personally, I've lived and studied in Champagne, France for 2 years to learn how to make wine and champagne myself, and I'm bringing my very unique methods into the United States.
So, no, you said you spent, 2 years in France?
Yes.
Wow. What was that? How'd you get over? What motivated you to get into this? I don't think it was, you're just running around high school drinking wine all over the place. No. What got you into this?
So it basically started because of a side business my father started. He was talked into visiting a...
Talked into. Please don't let me sell wine. Right?
Yeah, I know, right? So he visited a champagne producer who really needed help breaking into the United States markets. And after discovering this whole new realm of higher end alcohol and spirits and realizing that it was a very good market to join, he decided to make a shift from military and government to wine importing.
Wow.
I was pretty young at the time,
yeah.
And of course, family helps family business. So I helped him a lot from a young age. And as I grew older, the champagne producers, the one who got started with this field to begin with, they invited both me and my sister out for a year in Champagne, France to learn under them, to learn the product, to learn the culture so that way we can better represent the brand. So my sister went for 1 year and came back. And when I went, the Champagne family invited me out for a second year. And at the end of the second year, they invited me out for a third year, but I couldn't do that because of COVID.
Oh, so
yeah.
So you had 2 years, and this is before COVID.
Yes.
So that's your background where you come from. So you know more than I do about champagnes and French wine. I can tell you that right now. A little bit, much more, really. yeah, quite a bit. What's the idea of Chateau Virginia? How'd that come about?
So basically, wine. The history of wine in America starts with Virginia. It goes back to 1619 with the Act of 12, which is basically an early order that every man must plant 10 grapevines for wine production. And that happened in Virginia.
They had to have what?
Each man must plant 10 grapevines for wine production.
Really? That was a law?
Yes.
That's different. I know, again, I have never heard of this. So that's where it started. Like I said, we're talking 16, 19,
yes,
and that time, and carrying forward.
Mm-hmm.
And I know Jefferson got into it. He was doing some stuff.
Yes, Thomas Jefferson was well known for importing a lot of French cultures, a bunch of French things into the United States, and one of his big pushes was for wine production. He was very much a wine guy, and that is why he's the face of the company. That is why, I'm the face of the company. He's the face of my products.
Oh, okay. So he's in the label.
Yes.
So here we are. We go from 1619 to 2020, COVID starting up, and so we got 10 people. We have one guy, 10 vines, blah 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 blah, and then all of a sudden, poof. We're in 2020, and where's the light bulb go on for Chateau Virginia?
So initially, at this point in my life, a little bit after COVID started to die down a little bit, I had all of the certifications to open a winery. But one day, our mutual friend, Steve Napotnick, who is the owner of the Elkton Brewing Company, approached us, and he thought that I could use my specialties right here in Elkton, Virginia, to make my own wine and to sell other various brands of wines because there was a gap in the market, and he thought it'd be very, very great for the economy.
The economy?
Yeah, the economy.
Yeah, economy. I got it. No, we're good. The economy, all that economy stuff. So it's good for the downtown Elkton. Elkton's only, for those that don't know Elkton, Virginia, it's in the shadow of the Massanutten Resort, Massanutten Range, And it's a town of about 3,000 people, but it's in the Shenandoah Valley, so there's a broad, they get visitors from all over the world, really. A lot of people out of the DC area come down here. So the brewery, the gentleman that heads up, and his family heads up a very successful brewery in town. The Elkton Brewery recommended that you open up a winery. I want to say wine shop. That's not right.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
I do produce wines. I do have a tasting room here as well for not only my wines that will be ready here very, very soon, but as well as some other top-end French wines that you can't find anywhere else in the
Okay,
United States.
I thank you for not being typically French and
Yeah.
slapping me. But so it's a winery, so people can come in, they can taste, they can try different types and learn about French wines.
Mhm.
But you do offer other Virginia wines, you said, in
Yes, I do offer wine specifically from Williamsburg Winery. We are friends with Matthew, the owner and winemaker of Williamsburg Winery. In fact, he himself has a Chardonnay that's called Act of 1619 in celebration of the Act of 1619.
Oh, that's really neat. So you got the history. So if someone could come in here and get a glass of wine, but I understand you have some really nice sangrias and all that.
So the sangrias came about because since we do heavily focus on old world styles of wine productions, those are naturally not very sweet. So using some of my wine blending knowledge, decided to make some more organic-based sangrias, so that way people can have their sweet wine.
And then it's sweet and dry.
Wow, exactly.
See, I know that. I know dry. So you can have your sweet and dry. I understand you do spritzers. You also do that?
Yes, we do offer spritzers.
Offer spritzers. How successful has been the sangrias?
The sangrias are very, very popular, especially the apple pie sangria that I introduced.
Apple pie?
Yes, apple pie sangria. Initially, it does sound a little strange.
Yes, it does.
Because, especially in America, there's a heavy emphasis on flavor-infused wines. However, that is not my methodology. I mix more organic ingredients to naturally replicate apple pie instead of putting in some syrup or something like that. And that has been exceedingly popular to the point where I've gone through several gallons a week simply by, not even by the glass, but just people
Come into Chateau
buying
Virginia for your
gallons.
liquid apple pie.
Yeah, exactly.
Can we say that? But anyway, so
Yes.
that's terrible. So here you are. So you set this up. When did you open your doors?
It was very late June we officially opened.
Of this year?
Yes, of this year. So my business is just a little bit over 5 months old.
So you've been working on that. So you got it open. How's it been going?
It's been going good for the most part. Obviously, there's the struggles of a small business, and there's always another obstacle to get over, especially when you're just starting out. But I believe that with what we've seen, with how little we had at the start, I believe this business has a really good chance of expanding to something.
Okay. And you are doing online sales?
Yes.
So you have online sales. I know there's holiday, with the holidays you have some kind of discount. What's the discount going on now?
So right now,
Again, this film is only going to be a solo, so you can date it. But anyway,
Yeah.
you do it. Let's put it this way. He has discounts.
yes.
And they'll go off and on. And if someone was wanted to follow up, want to know a little bit more about Chateau Virginia or to order wines, how would they get a hold of you?
If you are wanting a specific wine in my selection, which you can't get anywhere else, and if you don't live around the town of Elkton, you can always go through our online store, which is chateau-virginia.com/store.
And I'll put this
Shop.
somewhere around here.
Yeah.
So it's Chateau
chateau-virginia.com/shop.
/shop. So what do they do if they go to chateauvirginia.com, no slash?
It will bring you to the front page. There is a menu tab up at the
At
top.
shop. So
Yeah.
for us, they're kind of encumbered.
Yeah.
Hit the button, you got the pull. So you get a shop and they'll take you into the selection.
Mhm.
So you can't do that. And then are you restricted on your shipping on where you can ship to?
There are a few states where I'm not legally allowed to ship to. I cannot recall those off the top of my head.
But that's listed on, if they visit,
Yes.
they'll be listed. So
Mhm.
hopefully you're in the state. If you're not, if you're in Virginia, you're okay.
Yes.
But if you're outside the state, hopefully then, hopefully you'll be in a state you can get some good wine. Are you available if can they reach out to you via the website if they have questions or want to know more?
We do have our phone number online. If you go to our Google profile, there's the store phone number, which you can always call and ask questions in business operation hours. And then we do have an email on the website for contact at chateau-virginia.com.
Okay, so it's chateau-virginia.com, and it's all on the website. Go to the website. Go to the website. So they can ask you questions or talk about this. I understand you're going to be doing a series of maybe some other videos talking about different types of wines and all that in the future?
Yeah, so what I do know, especially as a younger individual like myself, I do know that the most popular way of receiving information nowadays is through short videos. And I do plan on expanding out into that side of the market and be able to educate about wines in a very convenient and entertaining manner.
Okay, so no party hats.
No.
But again, but we look forward to that, and as they say, stay tuned, and you'll be posting that when that comes out on your website and where they're going to be and all that is coming. So,
Yes.
Mr. Andrews, thank you very much for taking the time to chat with us.
Absolutely.
And, thank you, and I enjoy this, and I look forward to learning more about French wines and different tastes, so I can be educated in what's good and what's not.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. Again, Steve Goad with the Business Development Center at ODU with Chateau Andrew Starkey, Mr. Andrew Starkey at Chateau Virginia in Elkton, Virginia.